Ich kann auf dem Main-Bildschirm keine Discord-Streams schauen. Also kann ich, aber das schaut so räudig aus, weil die ja nur 27p sind.
Was? Nein!
Hast du New Game gedrückt?
No,
Jetzt quittest du das Game. Load doch einfach das Game. Was machst du?
Load Game, okay.
Du hättest auch währenddessen Load Game.
Welches hat das rechte da haben wir
Rechts
aufgehört?
23:13.
Ja.
Bei 20,
Oh Gott.
da waren wir auf dem Klo oder so, ich weiß nicht.
Du text you've already read. Was haben wir denn? Wir haben noch gar nichts gelesen, glaube ich. Sayuri. What about what happened earlier?
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Snooky, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... Alter, bist du laut. Nein! Nein, ich will nicht saven. Return. Halt, stopp. So, sag mal was.
Ja, ich bin jetzt hier.
Ja, okay. Wird
Sure,
schon
being
passen.
friends with everyone is nice, but...
Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop here there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes.
She's just an object.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
It's just as I would speak to my dishwasher. Oh, Suicide. Das fängt ja schon mal gut an. Wen wollen wir denn impressen, wollte ich fragen. Okay, Suicide.
Das können wir uns jetzt immer noch überlegen.
Suicide Silly. Suicide Massacre, das war einfach ein Massensuizid.
Ja komm, wir machen nur die Dark. Wir machen jetzt so ein Gedicht Dark und dann...
Wir machen die ersten 5 Wörter Dark oder die ersten 10 Mal gucken. Suicide, was haben wir jetzt? Suicide Massacre. Das ist wonderful. Das kann man eigentlich schon
wonderful.
sagen. Fuck Sayuri, bitch. Anime Peaceful Holiday. Suicide
Wonderful
Massacre,
Dream.
Wonderful.
Ah, der macht sie sogar auch.
Wonderful Dream Graveyard. Wonderful Dream Socks. Warum mag die das? Wo ist denn das Kawaii?
Socks sind cute.
Machen wir weiter oder machen wir nach 5 Wörtern Stopp?
Ja, okay, das brauchen wir Neues.
Okay.
Flying ist immer ein guter Anfang.
Disown,
Guter
Alter. Bist
Controller.
einfach von deinem Grandpa disown.
Flying?
Flying
Cheeks.
Lust. Flying Cheeks. Boah, da hat einer so einen fahren lassen, dass die Cheeks so geknattert haben, dass sie durch die Luft fliegen.
Flying Cheeks. Awesome.
Awesome Melody vom Fund.
Awesome Melody.
Melody.
Okay.
Fireworks. Okay.
Okay.
Inferno. Oh, Death. Einfach Death. Skirt.
Skirt?
Ja, komm, Skirt.
Skirt. E-Mail war cute, oder?
Ja, oder? Ich glaub
Skirt,
schon.
E-Mail.
Skirt, E-Mail. Boah, da wird einfach werden die Nudes gesendet, die Loot Pictures. Prayer. E-Mail-Prayer, das war einfach so ein Kettenbrief. Skirt E-Mail.
Sticky.
Lucky!
Ich will wissen, zu wem Sticky gehört, Alter. Okay. Okay.
Die Skirt E-Mail Sticky Kawaii. Passion.
Sticky Disarray.
Passion.
Sticky Destiny.
Sticky. Ja. Excitement.
Okay. So.
Pleasure.
So. Neuer
Ein Wort.
Anfang.
Skirt E-Mail Sticky. Skirt E-Mail Sticky. Was hat man?
Keine Ahnung.
Was war das Wort gerade? Was hast du geklickt? Skirt E-Mail Sticky Fantasy? Nee.
Was? Nein.
Sticky Excitement.
Ja!
Was?
Nein. Nee, Excitement war es nicht. Was war das?
Family, das wird einfach die Insta-Story. Papa oder Family?
Family.
Family. Papa.
Papa? Ja, der Papa ist cute, ha?
Okay.
Papa?
Wir haben die 5 Wörter voll eigentlich.
Contamination.
Egal. Contamination.
Sensation.
Warm.
Contamination.
Papa, your sensation is so warm. Existence.
Vertigo!
Vertigo, die CS Map. Electricity pure. Disoriented.
Marriage.
Mariage.
Marriage.
Bubbles.
Depression.
Der
Warum macht die
Full-Life-Cycle.
Depression? Ich hab gedacht.
Ich hab ja auch gedacht, dass die Yuri doch die depressed ist.
Marriage,
Was?
Depression, Puppy oder Kitty? Was für ein Haustier haben die?
Ja, die
Kitty.
Kitty ist depressing. Yay, Natsuki.
Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days.
Hey, ich hab gedacht, okay.
Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hey, Schnuggi.
Yo, Syri! Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm still not used to being in the club that...
Fuck. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. Okay.
A
But
simple woman.
But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Oh.
Speaking of which,
What of-
I'm hungry. Will you come with me and buy a snack?
No thanks.
Hey, that's not like you at all.
Oh,
I have my reasons.
why don't we take a look at your purse, Syri?
Well, why then all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Syri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then, she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. Knew it. I can see right out through you, Syri.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you wouldn't have bought a snack. You would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk. Englisch, ja, okay, dafür das kommt ein Ohr rein. Ach so, nee, das geht auch.
And ja, oh!
Ah!
Syntaxmeister.
Or You plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles.
She appears out of nothing.
I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her books. As always.
Books, multiple.
Ja. Die hat ja auch 2 Augen.
Die schielt so hart.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yui! Tell Snooky to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, sorry. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischief little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't have much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still coming from you, sorry. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayuri. Whop. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! That was... a cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped around in plastic. Sayuri glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution?
Retribution.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though.
Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayuri hugs the cookie.
Wrong person, man.
Jeez, just eat it. Sayuri rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayuri suddenly claps her hands over her mouth.
I think I can.
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite out of her cone cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Moi! Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me.
Sayuri gets out of her seat and goes past Natsuki. Then
Kinda
wraps her arms
creepy.
about her. Oh, me. I get it.
Wakata, wakata.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayuri off her.
Bonk, bonk.
Sayuri suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did your seriousness just do that? Mouthful, Sayuri throws away to safety, Alter.
Die throat sich selber weg.
Yuri and I laugh as well.
If I can't have it, you can't.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayuri? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Gut, ich remember die Voice eh nicht mehr.
Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Kinda sus. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular, after all.
You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true.
Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. The boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me.
Meine armen Nachbarn.
Never mind that. What held you up anyway? My boyfriend?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Oh, I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. Kakui! You should play something for us, Monica. Let's.
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Schnuggy.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see.
Soka.
In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really, no. I choose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey!
She enters her natural habitat.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand.
Doing what?
You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping our collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
That little bitch.
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face, Fairness.
You fucking need.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most infuriating sign in the world. I know how that feels. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard before in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice.
So you said something.
Yeah. But I tell you one thing, Snoogie. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact... Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands.
Wide up my ass.
I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Moe.
Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet.
In the closet.
She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling to me to sit there.
Gucci, Gucci.
Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. don't just
White
say
noise.
that! You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry? I didn't exactly expect her to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? you don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk about the same time. What? It looks like it's about a bunch of old friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously not. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop.
Bing Schilling.
Bing Schilling.
Bing Schilling Shop.
But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all the backstories. And when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Wow.
Hua, hua.
That gives me a little shove.
Wir verschaffen.
I just meant to say that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Kurz, ja, ja.
Good save! I'm like Shaggy after all.
No one has seen him at full power.
Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess. But is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
yeah? Why does it matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious.
Ey, das ist gerade richtig entspannt für mich.
Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impersonable.
Was auch immer. Impressionable.
Impersonable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it. And so, who am I to judge? Oh, wild.
Oh, Szenenwechsel.
Come
Was
here, my
denn das für
little
ein
pork
dicker-
champ.
Das ist doch kein Closet da hinten. Das ist eine fucking Abstellkammer. Das ist doch nicht nur ein Closet. Das ist ein halber Raum da hinten.
Closet ist ja ein Kleiderschrank. Ich glaube nicht, dass du da Kleider
Das ist
reintun
eine
sollst.
volle Wohnung in Tokio.
We read on for a few more memories. I
Mem-
finished a
Memory,
Ah.
was liest hier?
I finished a
reading-
couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you just watched me read?
Well, friggin', I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy.
Jokes on you, I don't have friends.
You know what I mean?
Nine?
Huh? You don't?
Fuck.
That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Ah, sorry.
Huh. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without telling them, being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it.
Into what is judging?
I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you.
Was ein Roast. Selbstroast.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here, in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Ich glaube, das war die falsche Stimme, oder?
Ja.
Maybe. Das muss ich dann einfach aus bisherigen Parts zusammencutten.
Da kommt
But at least you're enjoying yourself,
eine
right?
Computerstimme drüber.
Pinotto macht den
Ja,
Part.
genau.
So,
Ah!
Moe, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly,
Flip the
Natsuki
table.
starts laughing.
I totally forgot what happens.
Natsuki put her finger on one of the panels.
Minery is my favorite character
Gott, she's a minor.
Because she's a minority.
I've always feel a little bad for her. Since she's a minority. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Read faster, you little shit.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. Oh shit. If she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Eh?
Are you all ready with today?
Ja.
Are you all ready with today's poems?
Punkt, Punkt, Punkt.
Ah, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself to a good 12 inches away from me. Not enough. Alright. Guess I stop here for now.
Not enough.
I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but... Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Fuck me.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets banned, I'd kill you.
By tomorrow?
Ja.
I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up.
This is my life now.
I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. Where do we go now? Where do we go?
Ich finde, du hast in letzter Zeit genug gelesen. Ich glaube, du brauchst mal eine halbe Pause.
Dann machen wir erstmal die anderen drei.
Ja, genau, machen wir erstmal mich.
Sayuri.
Oh, I like this one, Schnuggy. It has some nice feelings in it.
Ah, I'm glad. Still though, Your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better.
I guess you caught me. Sometimes, you know me a little too well for my own good.
Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it.
No, no. I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Snuggy. Never, ever, ever.
Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one then?
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah. Me neither.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
You want to write something for me? That's sweet.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that. Why? What's the word I'm looking for?
Retarded.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Cyril.
Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain clouds a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow.
Cyril, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Snuggy. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
God.
Bottles!
Fuck, is this like...
Bottles! I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams.
Fuck.
Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my finger goes. Like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off the bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door.
Lock it.
Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
What the fuck?
Okay, Gedichtsanalyse, okay. Die
Ich
Bottles
glaub,
waren ihre
sie ist
Friends.
depressed, ja.
Alter, what the fuck? Die ganzen Friends und Happy Thoughts sind einfach geschettert zwischen ihren Füßen, weil sie fallen gelassen hat. Hat die gerade irgendwie Boyfriend verloren oder was?
Holy fucking shit. Sorry, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh?
Huh?
I hope you keep it up.
Yeah! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get out of yourself. Cyrie's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something. Before dropping it,
Dripping.
she got a drip though. Dropping it more than a week later. I wonder if it is one of these times, one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Bitte abkürzere Poems, ey.
Hi again, Snuggy. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
Die hat jetzt gar nicht unser Poem angeguckt, oder? Die hat nicht unser Poem bewertet.
Doch, ganz am Anfang.
Ach, stimmt. Schon ganz vergessen.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica.
Alright. I like it, Snuggy.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Moi.
No! I think it makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shelf Silverstein?
Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they were only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, I don't have a choice. Let's take a look.
Fuck my life, let's get through this.
Save me! The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise.
Was? Ist das das nächste?
Weiter, ja.
Okay.
The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Speaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me. Save me.
What the fuck?
Mich hat das Scrollen gerade voll gefickt, gerade sorry, deswegen.
Ja.
Load me on
Gibt's da irgendein Game-File, das man laden muss?
DLC.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just kind of the thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper.
Ah, okay.
Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of your poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
Okay.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is that tip even about writing? What am I even talking about?
Ist das Foreshadowing?
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening to FM Radio, where we only play walk, walk, and more walk.
So, jetzt saven.
Ja, safen.
Juri.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Schnuggy. Your skills are already improving.
Really?
Oh,
Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot.
Bitsuni. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so Don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your readers to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, well, an example of that, if you like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for
Alex,
today?
halt dein Maul.
Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem.
Das ist aber nicht nett von dir.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside the window.
Alter, meine voice is gone.
That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. An enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its face and reflects what much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfying animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently. So my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A wash of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again.
Okay.
Kind of weird. Kind of. I don't know. What did I read?
Bro, ich muss mir jetzt erstmal Notizzettel machen.
Was? Warum?
Ich hatte schon voll die gute Idee, was ich da rein edite.
Editor's Notes. Alter, ich habe meine Stimme durch die Monika und die Sari jetzt schon gefickt.
Ich kann die Juri gar nicht mehr normal lesen. Ja. Pedo. I was a little more daring with this one than with yesterday's.
I can see that. That's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what his poem is about.
That's why. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery and conveying emotion through them.
Yeah. Yeah. If I take it as face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way I feel for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself.
Die liebt's einfach in den Streichelzoo zu gehen, oder was?
So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Snooky?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our own individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Your turn.
Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once.
Aren't you supposed to be bad at this?
Is that a compliment?
No, I mean, you know.
Natsuki struggles to find the words she wants.
I just expected a lot less after what you've showed me yesterday. That's all.
Well, I guess I just got lucky with this one.
Yeah, exactly. You just got lucky, you know? Don't get used to it. You won't always manage to write poems this cute. I mean, well written. No, I mean.
That's how it is. My poem is cute.
No, why are you smiling? It's not like I like cute things.
Natsuki shoves my poem back towards me.
Reading it again, I decided that it's not so great after all. It's too cute and Doki Doki. It would only impress, you know, girls who like those kinds of things. Ah!
Was ein nervous laugh, der war geil.
For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through. What do you mean?
Zum drüber gucken ist er einfach so klein wie der ist.
PNG-Level.
Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine now, right? Judging by your tastes, you probably like it a lot. You'll probably learn something too. Don't forget the real pro is. Who the real pro is? I am.
Oh.
Amy likes spiders. You know what? I heard about Amy. Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her.
Das ist ja cute, ey.
Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it in private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without her spider lovers.
Jesus.
And I'm gonna go tell everyone.
Was eine Tsundere.
Not bad, right?
Das war mal ein richtiger Hate-Letter.
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this
I
poem.
hate her.
I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies.
Was denn?
Die Analogie da drin ist, dass Spider-Liebhaben gleich Minority sein ist.
She likes minorities, that's why I'm not friends
Nein,
with-
sie ist, nicht she likes.
And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my. That doesn't matter. I can't be anything. Can't be about anything.
It can be.
I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Sometimes that you're afraid of it. People find out. If people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy, right? I think people really need to learn the respect to respect others for liking weird things.
Haha, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah? She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird. So I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies.
Das nächste Poem ist über die Yuri, oder das war über die Yuri, die mag Spiders.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything.
Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. So I hate her. By the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well,
I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
it's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it.
That I hate her.
Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that? I'm gonna write a poem, one for tomorrow. A good one for tomorrow. 2, so look forward to it.
Das geht morgen drum, wie sie diese Alice da absticht oder so. She likes spiders. She doesn't deserve to live.
Well, all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room.
Is this about a festival?
Well, sort of.
Ah, they really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We are going to keep it simple. Nah? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Zoe has been working on posters, and I have designed some pamphlet we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Ah, Gome, I thought you heard about it already. We are going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica? Yeah, we are going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we are also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too.
Weil ich dir immer mit mir rumcarry, mein Lieblingspoem.
Zoe's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Ah.
Thyri, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
You're kidding me, right, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in the front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys! No, sorry. I understand where they're coming from. Remember what Natsuki and you have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask from them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, gomenasai. But I still think we should give it our best. We are the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being timid with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? You know, I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
She's empty.
Okay, fine. I guess I just have to get it over with.
All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose
Cheese.
a poem of yours.
James May. Cheese.
Jeez.
We are going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
Boah, wir haben nur 2 Poems, die wir choosen können.
No way!
Monica, it's so sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Hmm.
Monica flips through her notebook and the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium.
The title of the poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine.
Inflection?
She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply unnatural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
Then she waddled away.
Waddle.
Till the very next day.
This poem is called
Yuri anxiously glances at the chauffeurs.
You Can Do It, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps deep concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even by herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first one to start applauding.
The hero
Everyone
in shining armor.
joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Cunt.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm next then.
Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks around the podium.
Boom. Deep down.
This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayuri,
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try to think of it like you're reciting to other people.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Imagine you're reciting it to yourself,
Ah, congratulations.
like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's sincere and bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think of it much. But hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe This is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew thorough and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayuri.
Even Snooki liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does it even mean?
It came out nicely, sorry. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But I think, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Ha! Don't make me go before Snooki. It's like I can compare to you guys. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway.
Man muss die Expectations lowern mit uns. Uff.
Might as well let Snooki lower everyone's standard a little before I have to do it.
Ich sitze hier mit meiner Wahrsager-Glaskugel und lese die Zukunft.
Natsuki!
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today.
Die geilen 20 Wörter hintereinander
I
gereiht.
stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. I'm sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your own writing. That's something that will improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki
What the fuck is that?
begrudgingly
Begrudgingly.
gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Ha! Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath.
Ah!
While she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little enthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem.
Oh, ist ja auch Jump gecallt.
Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Oh, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, I'm doing it in front of other people will be easier.
I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, ne? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jesus. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Okay, Mina. I think it's up. That's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
Kinda gay.
That's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Snooky. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already.
Ayako.
I walk home with Sayuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayuri is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayuri!
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how you get to... I mean...
Sayuri fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Natsuki asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well...
Well, nicht loaden, nicht loaden. Das Load gedrückt.
Yeah, save. Empty slot.
Close call.
Also ich würde mit Natsuki heimlaufen.
Ja.
Fick dich, Sayuri. Gehst mir erst schon lang genug auf den Sack.
Ja.
Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean... I think we would be afraid of what... I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down.
Gaslighting.
Isn't she so cute and fun to be around?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Moe! there's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? I don't fucking need you. Sorry. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time?
Who knows?